I have run my social media marketing agency for over 6 years now. And it is, as of right now, today, my primary source of income. Period. Okay? And I can tell you, being that I have experienced what it is like to make $10,000 in a month from my social media marketing agency, that you don't need all of the fancy shit, the funnels, the VSLs, the organic content strategy, the paid ads. You don't need any of that shit in order to reach $4, $5, $6, $8, $10,000 in a month in generated revenue and profit. You just, or whatever agency it is, web design agency, graphic design agency, videography agency, photography agency, the list goes on. You don't need all that fancy shit at all. In fact, I would almost argue that from 0 to 5K or 0 to 10K or 5K to 10K, you're honestly probably better off without a lot of the systems and processes that you would need to back operations like that or to back marketing initiatives like that. You're going to, once you just do that outreach stuff and you go to the networking events and meet business owners and sign your first couple of clients, you're going to realize just how replicable that process is. And in the entire process, again, you're going to be building long-term, genuine business relationships in your local community and in your local business industry community. And eventually, if you do good work, these people will literally send you business. I went 3 or 4 months at a time during certain spans over the course of these 6+ years where I honestly wasn't even doing outbound. I was focusing on delivering service for my clients, onboarding new clients, and then I was getting inbound leads from either current clients sending referrals or from honestly just people I met at networking events that I became friends with, that I formed genuine relationships with, that would reach out to me and be like, hey, I know so-and-so, they're looking for a social media marketing guy. Like, can I put you in touch with them? Awesome. Sounds great. Signing clients that way. And even now, like in my current chapter, I'm doing the cold outreach stuff still, 6+ years later, and I'm still doing cold outreach because it works. I'm still going to networking events because it works. And so many of you get caught up in watching content or studying how to implement these complex strategies, like the funnel strategies, having a VSL, all this shit, because you're getting that dopamine rush that really has a higher barrier to entry in just going out there and doing the thing and signing clients. You're getting that dopamine rush from literally the education side. You're getting it from the consumption of content and by learning how to do the thing, how to build your agency. And it's just this cyclical approach of thinking you're being productive, but in reality, you're just sitting there again, watching another YouTube video on how to implement a level 10 strategy in your level 1 business. Stick with the basics and scale. When you are making more money, you can then afford to implement some of the more complex strategies if that's something that you want to do. And even better yet, you'll then have the capital on hand to invest in human resources, technology, systems, software to enable you to do it even faster and at a much higher level. You can hire professionals to execute some of the things that you might want to execute. Me, I chose to just stick with the basics through and through for the entirety of my journey thus far. And does that mean I'll never implement some of the more complex strategies? No. Does that mean I haven't tried? Trust me, I tried. I'm speaking directly from experience here. When I was trying to get the business started for my first 2 years operating it out of my parents' basement in rural upstate New York, where we had maybe 2 businesses in my entire hometown. I graduated in a K-12 school, a public school, with 21 kids in my graduating class. Majority of my first clients came from cold Instagram DMs to companies in Florida, California, all over the US, because I would just follow the time zones over with my outreach, try and get on calls and close people remotely, have them film the content, and I would just distribute it and manage the social media accounts at first. Now we do the whole thing in-house. We do videography, and I work with much more local business owners since moving to South Carolina, where I had more access to that population size and business industry. But I tried implementing level 10 strategies when I was first getting started into my level 1 business. And time again, day after day, week after week, I would waste trying to implement those things into my business because I thought that maybe just one of them would be the thing that just opened up the flywheel and got clients into my business, and the money started coming in, and then I would just pump more money into that thing. And the harsh reality is all I did in a majority of those cases was waste time and waste money. When in reality, I should have just focused on, again, those basic principles, those basic executable tasks that I knew could get me clients. And then to put myself in a position, as I did when I moved to South Carolina, in order to be in proximity and be in an environment that it was conducive with the result that I was trying to yield from those efforts. And all that did was multiply tenfold what I was able to do with my agency. So for any of you, again, if you're just getting started, or maybe you're at that 3-4K per month mark, you've got your first couple clients under your belt. Odds are, whatever you did to get those initial clients, you should just do that 100 times over and continue to scale. And then once you reach a certain point, decide on how you want to go from there. This is the blueprint. That's the blueprint right there. To go from 0 to 10K is literally just cold outreach, setting meetings, closing clients, and in-person networking from my experience. So I hope this video was helpful to you all, any of you who are just embarking on your entrepreneurial journey, launching your first agency. I know it's a very exciting time, but it is also a time when you need to be careful where you're spending your time. And in particular, at what level you're at and what level strategies you're spending your time studying the implementation of. You could learn how to do the cold outreach and the in-person networking stuff. In-person networking, just by going out and networking. You'll learn, okay? You'll become more confident by just doing that thing. Same with cold outreach, but if you want to, as far as strategically what platforms to use, where to reach your target audience, or where to best reach local business owners, one YouTube video should be enough. And I'll probably upload within the next week or two a video in particular on that realm. And this channel, this new channel of mine, this is my second channel. My main channel primarily focuses on personal development and building out one of my other businesses, the Underground Kings Club, which is more or less a private men's only social networking group and personal development and branding group. So this new channel is the new home for all of the content that I want to create that revolves around having built a successful agency and teaching you guys the core values, principles, and strategies that helped me to not only launch an agency as my first business at the age of 20, but what has enabled me now at 27 years old, over 6 years later in business, to have outlasted 99% of the other people that I came across in my life that were trying to do the same thing. So I hope this was helpful. And I really look forward to creating some of this content for you all and showing this side of my entrepreneurial journey and of my businesses, or well, one of my businesses in particular. And I hope it's of value above all. I think there's a lot of noise out there that your best bet is to avoid And I think that there is a lot of talk in around SMMA and the agency space, always has been, and there's a lot of very large gurus out there. But I think that where I am choosing to make a place for myself within the agency creator space or the agency content space really is fundamentally different, purely in the fact that I don't believe in the whole, making things more complex and strategic approach and this, that, and the other thing. And I also have not built a 7-figure agency. Okay. But I have built a successful agency and I have done 10K months. And I think that a lot of the guys that have the agency courses, it is not their primary source of income, and they did not do it for over 6 years. And there's also incentive for them to over complexify it in order to, probably honestly confuse a lot of their audience or make their audience feel like they always need that next little piece of information, and they just keep you addicted to that dopamine hit of studying the game as opposed to playing the game. So my goal with this channel is to keep things simple, keep things basic, give you the core fundamental guidance and information that you need to then go out and actually execute. Execution should be what's being pushed here. Simple strategies and execution so that you can stop learning and start actually earning. That's all I got for this video. God bless. Looking forward to continuing to bring this content to you all. Have a great rest of your day. Keep striving for whatever it is that you're striving for. Continue to put in the work. Keep shit simple and focus on the execution. I will catch you all on the next video.